Hi everyone, my name is Farnak. I'm the technical manager at Yates Horton. Today's session is about ginger and I'll share some technical information about ginger farming. Yates Horton covers products from 3 different brands, Yates, OCP, and Cecil. Our website is hortag.com.au. It has a range of information, technical brochures, application rates, dilution rates for different products, trials, scientific articles, time-lapse clips. They're all on our website. So if you're interested in any of our products or you want to get some information about the products, you can check our website. Cecil products are locally manufactured. Our factory is in Tasmania. We have warehouses across Australia and main offices in Sydney and Melbourne. I put my phone number and email address, farnak.noorbakhsh@cecil.com.au, and my phone number 0488 088 166. If you have any question about this presentation or any of our products, you can contact me and I'm more than happy to help you with your inquiries. You can also get in touch with us through our social media platforms, LinkedIn, Facebook, and Instagram. We will have 3 sessions. The first session is about general information for ginger farming, including ginger industry, crop biology, crop cycle, planting material, varieties, climate, soil, irrigation, mulching, crop rotation, and harvest. The second session will be about plant nutrients and soil health management. The third session will be about pests and diseases and how we can manage them. I will give you a quick snapshot about Australian ginger industry. We have about 50 ginger farms or ginger growers that are mainly located in Queensland. We have some smaller production area in northern New South Wales as well. The production rate is about 8,000 tons per year, and the main commercial varieties that we have, they are Canton and Queensland Gold. Australian ginger serves both fresh and processing market, and that's why making quality, seed health and disease management, they are very crucial for this industry. Here I put some figures for you to review and understand how big and how wide the ginger industry in Australia is. And if you look at the figures and you realize that different sources providing different figures, double check the calculation and the purpose of the report. Sometimes they look at the long-term industry average, and sometimes they provide the production rate or financial figures related to the last year production. For example, one of the reports says around 60% of ginger production goes to the domestic fresh market and 40% to processing. Another source describes an 80% fresh and 20% processing split for the recent industry reporting. The edible part of ginger, or the commercial organ that we harvest, is the rhizome. And as I said, we use it as a fresh ginger, or we use it as a in a processing market and process it further and use it in food manufacturing products. A lot of factors affect the quality. For example, flavor, rhizome quality, food safety, processing suitability, crop nutrition, and plant health. All of them affect both yield and end-use quality. And having a propagation tool or rhizomes free from any disease or pest or infection is very crucial for having healthy crops and quality end-use product. Commercial ginger in Australia is managed as a warm season rhizome crop. And if we want to actually serve the fresh market, we can harvest it about 6 months after planting when it's a bit fresh. And if we want to serve the processing market, we can wait for a bit longer to have more mature rhizomes. And when leaves yellow and dry down, we can start harvesting. And because these rhizomes are our propagation tool or technically seeds for next season growth, harvesting at the right time, having a hygienic system that with free from any pests or diseases will help and somehow warranty a good growth in the next season as well. In terms of crop cycle, ginger grows in different growth stages: establishment, canopy build, rhizome bulking, harvest, and after that, post-harvest activities and storage. Management decisions must be made individually for every single stage according to crop needs or pests and diseases that might affect the crop quality in that stage. Healthy ginger seed pieces are central to the industry. We know that ginger is very prone to soil-borne diseases. The commercial organ that we harvest is the rhizome that grows inside the soil, and it's very exposed to all different types of fungal diseases, soil-borne diseases, and waterlogging, poor drainage system, infected rhizomes. They can all affect the crop quality and crop growth and yield. And earlier Queensland work showed micropropagated ginger can reduce pest and disease pressure via clean planting material, but rhizome size and cost considerations affect routine adoption. Some of these soil-borne diseases, for example, like Fusarium infection, might not show any visible symptoms at earlier stages. And by the time that we realize that there is an infection, might be late to treat. That's why seed quality is very important. It's not just a disease management strategy, it's a yield protection strategy. And for ginger cropping, we need to have a holistic approach. We need to consider proper bed structure, good soil, good condition, proper environment, and having clean seed. As I said previously, we have two main commercial varieties, Canton and Queensland Gold. This narrow genetic base of the industry make it very vulnerable because it limits the resilience to pests and diseases. There are some projects being done to widen this variety and having other varieties that might be more tolerant or resistant to soil-borne diseases. In terms of climate and site feed, as I said, we have about 50 growers that are mainly based in Queensland and northern New South Wales. We have warm and humid condition in these areas. So that shows that the proper climate for this crop is warm and humid conditions. But we need to consider that ginger crops don't like waterlogging, cold stress, or saturated soil for few days. They will affect the crop quality and they make crops very prone to soil-borne diseases. So if we want to have a short summary, warm condition plus excellent drainage system plus capacity for hygiene and rotation, they are very, very important when we want to decide about the location and site fit for ginger cropping. In terms of soil, ginger prefers well-drained soils with high organic matter. Loamy profile would be very suitable, and biological activity is another key criteria that we need to consider. Many ginger references use a slightly acidic range for the preferred range of pH for ginger, and it's about 5.5 to 6.5. As I said previously, drainage system and having a well-drained soil is very crucial for ginger farming. If we have the right condition, for example, warm and humid, right soil pH, but the soil is a bit heavy, or we have heavy rainfall and saturated soil situation cannot be avoided, we can consider raised beds. In that case, we will separate the rhizomes from the saturated or waterlogged soil underneath, and it improves the situation. So when we talk about good ginger soil, we should always consider pH, organic matter, bed structure, and drainage. In terms of irrigation and drainage, drip irrigation, a sprinkler, or any type of irrigation that can provide a uniform moisture to the soil would be perfect, but the main thing is having a proper drainage system, because we want to provide a crop with the right amount of water, but we don't want to saturate the soil and have waterlogging issues, because then we will have issues with soil-borne diseases, fungal infections, for example, PTM, Fusarium, and we need to have corrective actions later on. And sometimes, as we might not have visible symptoms early enough, it might be very late to treat the issue. In terms of weed management, mulching is the best practice. We know that the ginger is very sensitive to root and rhizome stresses. So weed competition and exposed soil can affect the crop quality and yield. Mulching has a lot of benefits, but the main ones is supporting the soil surface, conserving the soil moisture, and helping with weed management. So if you consider good quality mulch early enough during the establishment period, it would help the weed management strategy. In terms of crop rotation, it's good to have rotation with other crops, for example, rice, legumes, maize, cereals, or vegetables that are not prone to rhizome diseases. But we need to avoid having a rotation with turmeric, cardamom, or tomato or potato in infected areas, because these crops have similar soil-borne diseases and they might carry those one and pass it to ginger crops. So the main reason that we have crop rotation is preserving the soil health and breaking the cycle of pests and diseases. So we need to study to realize which crops are suitable for our climate and soil condition, and which ones are not carrying the same soil-borne diseases as ginger, and plan our crop rotation around that. For fresh ginger, we said that we can actually harvest the crops a bit younger, but for processing ones, mature ginger has to be harvested when the leaves are yellow and dry down. Harvest must be done with a lot of care because rhizome integrity is very important at this stage, and we want to handle the rhizomes very carefully. We don't want to damage them or make any wounds, and we want to store them under proper condition, because this is not just about the crop quality that we are selling to the market, it's about the propagation tools that we have for next season. So post-harvest is also very important in ginger because it's not only a quality issue, it's the starting point for next year's season disease management program. Thank you so much for your time and attention. I hope you found this session useful. It was just general information about ginger farming. And as I said on the website, you can get access to a range of technical information, trials, and time-lapse clips. If you have any question about this session, please feel free to reach out to me or contact us through the contact form on the website. Uh, the second session will be about crop nutrients and soil health, and the third session will be about pests and diseases and how we can manage them. So check our social media for other clips as well. Thank you so much.